And
Mic check,
timer
mic
is
check.
on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my podcast, Tea Talks with me, your host, Teaonalamb. Today, I have a new guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Max. Nice to meet y'all. Well, welcome. I felt welcome to the podcast, and so yeah, how we doing?
Max is also a streamer. He streams.
Yes, part time. Yes.
Yes, that's still a streamer. Go a little bit more into introducing yourself, other than just hi, I'm Max.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. Sorry. Well, yeah. Well, I started streaming maybe about a couple years ago. Apex was probably the main game I probably took more serious. Before then, it was like Fortnite and Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
But then other than that, I think that's how I met you, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I rated your stream.
Yes, exactly. Just in the discovery of streaming.
Mm-hmm.
But just been playing the game, and then just been happy that there's people in the community that just kind of share the love, and kind of streaming and rate each other. So it was kind of a coincidence.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
but other than that, yeah, I do that. I do music on the side, a little bit of fun, a little bit of bedroom DJ.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, from California. Other than that, in my free time, I do a lot of other stuff besides streaming, So obviously music. I'm not into any like sports right now, but obviously soccer and basketball, football, but that's not like something I play. It's more something I follow right now. But I used to be more into playing and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
for the meantime, we're just here chilling, trying to get more content going for Apex. Obviously, this season hasn't been the best. Right? Exactly. Can you agree, or can you agree nor deny? You know what I mean, that the season hasn't been the best.
Oh, I just been doing shit. Period. Like my fucking KD is trash right now.
Exactly. It's not like something that you play right now that brings you back. Like, oh, I need to play this again. Right? It was pretty this season. So other than that, it's been going good. So it's kind of cool doing something different, trying this whole little podcast too. With T has been kind of cool. So I don't mind it. Kind of, you kind of go and try this out and see how it goes. And then
exactly.
But other than that, yeah, we're here to talk about some cool things. Do you want to let them know real quick?
Speaking about your hobbies, so
yeah,
he mentions that he bedroom DJs like a sad loser in his bedroom.
Yes.
But today's topic is going to be about music. I've already done a previous episode about music, but it was more focused on concerts, live, experiences, festivals. We did, of course, cover a little bit about who our favorite artists were, the kind of music that we listened to, but of course that was with somebody else, and this is a new guest, so of course, why not talk more about music? But instead of focusing on the live events that we have visited, though we will go over it a little bit because apparently Max's experiences are very, very different. We'll mainly be talking about
so much you can do with music.
Yeah.
You can go from, big topic to a small topic. I don't know. It's just so many.
Yeah. What we're mainly going to be focusing on, though, for this music podcast episode is just going to be about just the evolution of music overall, and how that affected what we listen to, what we listen to now, what we used to listen to before.
Mm-hmm. This is way better. The lighting was very low.
And
so now we good. Sorry.
Just kind of focusing more on music itself as a like noun than the actual like small subgenres of what music brings to people, like festivals and live shows and experience and things like that. So
exactly,
I'd say I'll start off because
I have a couple too to go off, so whenever you're ready to hand it over, let me know too.
Okay, because there's this one thing that is like always gonna be really funny to me, and it is like my music taste growing up was very forced because
you find it.
Because whenever I was like driving in the car with my family, coming home from dinner or whatever, and like, when you're a little kid, you pass the fuck out and all this shit because, you're tired.
To be fair, I think it's like that, with everything, like, but go ahead. Yeah.
No. It's not. It's not just, oh, I listen to my parents' kind of music. No. It ain't just like that. Like, of course, yes, I grew up in oldies. You know, like I love oldies. Like I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. My
Oh
parents
wow,
really wanted
really?
to go see him like live, but then he died. I grew up
Oh
listening
wow.
to Sade. Like people like found out about Sade recently because of TikTok trends, but it's like I've been new. You know, like we've been new. Like people that listen to oldies, we've been new and stuff like that.
It's spelled like S.
SADE.
Yeah,
SADE,
yeah.
Sade,
Oh
yes.
yes, Your Love Is
Smooth
King.
Operator, which
No,
is
not
popping
smooth, but
off.
have you ever? Your Love Is King is another great song by her.
I listen to her once in a while, but I grew
Yeah,
up with a
that's
lot of
crazy.
oldies because of
That's
my dad.
crazy.
Because we
That's
would listen
crazy.
to the radio and like they'd still be playing kind of like early, like late '90s, early '90s kind of like songs still on the radio because they're still popping off. But other than just like growing up with listening to oldies, because my dad loved '80s music, my parents were so against me listening to rap and hip hop. So then,
I mean, I think any parent would when it came along of how aggressive it was.
yeah,
You know, scary hours.
but also that means that they didn't let me listen to pop. You know, so so if you're from the Bay, there's these two radio stations which are 997 and 94.9. They're the two most like
Damn, I like how you remember them. You like the classic.
Because they're still alive today. What are you talking about?
Oh really?
Wow,
yes, really? Wow.
They're not just like small little things. No, they're.
I think the radio stations in my city have not gone away, but like have changed names and transitioned, and they're not even the same channel anymore. And I don't know.
No, it's been the same.
It wasn't as huge.
For the last like 15 years, it's still been 99.7 now or Wow 94.9. And those two played a lot of like today's hip hop and pop kind of music. Basically, like when you're thinking of, oh, that's radio music, that's what they're gonna play. Like just like radio edits of all the popular, you know, like top 100s. They're always gonna be playing it. So my parents would not let me listen to that. My parents would not let me listen to those radio stations because they were too poppy, or like because there was always like, you know, hip hop or rap and you can't control the radio of like what plays. So this might as well just cut it out entirely. So what I listened to growing up is 101.3. I listened to
we had a station like
96.5. I listened to the radio stations that still played 90s music, or that still only played like the love songs and like early Taylor
songs you don't hear today. Songs you don't hear today.
Like when what the fuck is it called? Stereo Hearts came out. They would play it that on those channels. And like, you know, just like a lot of like older music they would play there. These music stations mainly were focused on like early to late 2000s
that era. That era of music.
Yeah, like but like specifically like music love songs. You could get a kid to listen to this and like they'll like it. So I grew up on that shit and I love that shit. And then once I got into middle school, that's when I started listening to hip hop and rap and all the other genres, and that's when it like evolved my brain and stuff. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring to kind of start this off. That like my parents were just so against me listening to this shit. But of course, like later on, I'm like, what is even wrong with this shit? But now it's like, yeah, she right. Like, you know, like Doja's singing about popping her pussy, and then Cardi B has her ass out everywhere. The city girls fucking talking about fucking hella bitches.
It's crazy, yes.
Every guy's talking about bands and butts, you know, so it's like, it makes sense. But I miss the old days when the good music was like good, you know?
I mean, had a little bit more flavor, I think, in my opinion. But yes, I see exactly what you mean.
Like back then, it was like, yeah, like they're gonna sing about boobs and butts, but like also there's still gonna be a lot of like fucking like Neo and Akon, where they're like fucking early Usher like professing their love for a woman and like saying that like I will crawl for you and some other dumb fucking shit like that. Like people don't make that kind of music no more, you know? So
I wanted to let you finish it before I go and
Go ahead.
And follow up on yours, but no, that's 100% how I feel. They don't make the same type of flow of music, or they don't ever try to take that approach of, that love. Nobody talks about it. But that's a great point. Some great songs, right? Some great fucking songs that artists have put out, that just don't hit anymore because no one recreates them or even tries to sing that way, like
that
authentically.
style is just not in anymore.
Justin Bieber is probably like the only pop star that like really has a voice that sings kind of, more up tempo to that type of crowd, or tries to make it, something like that. Other than that, I don't really know somebody else. Like I said, Akon was very fucking huge in like those songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His voice is just a banger on those tracks back in the day. So and then with time, obviously his voice got just, okay, what more can you say? So that because he was on so many tracks, and I felt like he just hit so many good songs with them. You know what I mean? You just can't, they just hit in that, they just stay in that era.
Well, I mean, like, that's fine, like the
Exactly.
fuck.
And
I
that's
still want to
totally
bop to that
fucking
shit.
fine.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't know if you saw Usher with Kiki Palmer.
What you mean?
It was like big news because Kiki Palmer was married, and Kiki Palmer had like a onesie outfit, not a onesie, but it was like a one piece.
It was a
kind of,
jumpsuit that was like kind of see through and kind of provocative.
And but you know how
her boyfriend was talking trash on his
own
husband.
woman. It was her husband.
Husband.
It was her husband.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking crazy, dude. Drop that bitch.
That shit was funny.
That's crazy.
He married her, so that's his son.
I mean, true, but like, damn, if you bag like a bad bitch like Kiki Palmer, got hella fucking money and shit, I don't even know who her husband is, because he's like, who is he? I don't know.
Exactly, but I don't know. I'll get him. Exactly. But anyways, yeah, exactly.
Like Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars kind of made like still kind of makes that music, but of course a lot more recently it's still
very hard though. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. I feel like he had luck with that band, but I don't know if that, how that works, with the lead musician, basically an idol in music with his hit songs, then his band, a band coming in. So now you kind of have to appeal to to everybody's, I don't know.
True. But still, like, I feel like Bruno Mars still makes a lot of the same music as he did before. That, like Grenade.
I haven't heard him in a while, so I gotta probably just check up on him. Really? So I haven't looked into him.
Like his album that he dropped. Oh, that's such an old album. I didn't realize, and it fucking popped off recently. That's crazy. Bruno Mars will literally never die.
Yeah. His Locked Out of Heaven is like a 10 out of 10.
Oh, dude.
Have you ever, like, I hear that song and it's like,
well, I mean, okay, like a lot more of his music recently is a lot more like sex based. Like Finesse, which with Cardi B, 24K Magic, Versace on the Floor, Please Me with also Cardi B.
I feel like those are kind of forced though, because like those are collabs,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you add a hip hop artist, or it might change the chorus, or it might change the feel. I mean,
24K Magic is just like Bruno Mars.
I just hate that the clubs outplayed it.
But like, of course, like,
24K
his entire doo-wops and hooligans. True. But like the entirety of doo-wops and hooligans is like his best fucking album. Cause he got Talking to the Moon, he got Marry You, he got Lazy Song, he got Just the Way You Are, he got Grenade. All the big bops. All in just one album. And that's just like, cause it dropped in 2010, and that's the kind of music
that I 15 years ago.
Yeah. Not actually.
Good luck with that.
But yeah.
Almost basically. Almost, 13.
Yeah. This shit dropped October 5th.
Crazy.
So almost 13-year-old album, and that should still be popping, especially with Talking to the Moon popping off like this, like last year again, when it's been 12 years since it dropped. But what kind of music did you grow up with? Like, were you also put in kind of like a box of what kind of music that you should listen to because of your parents, or like when did that change if you did, you know?
I'm sorry, can you ask that again? Sorry, I was focused on this something real quick. I got something.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Damn, that's crazy.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. It was just that last thing right there. So sorry. Go
what
ahead.
kind
Yeah, what
of
was that
music did you grow up with? And
well,
was it
okay, so for me, my parents were kind of working all the time. So if anything, the only time I would kind of share the music with them is probably would be in the car ride to school. But it would be our like we would like select the radio station type of thing. Because I had older siblings that were older than me. So there was kind of like a tiebreaker with me, you know, because I was a young one. Yeah, I was the young one. So my brother, the oldest of the group, my brother was 9 years older than me. At the time, I shared a room with him. So like he was very influenced in hip hop and like reggaeton and all that. So and he was like in junior high, and then when I was like in elementary, he was like going into high school or some shit, or like you know what I mean, like
yeah.
So he was more up there with the adult music as he was growing up too. So then yeah, you know what I mean, the like NWA and all that hip hop back in the day, you know, California Love, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Ice Cube, you know what I mean, Snoop Dogg. Who else? You know what I mean? Like, and you know, all those old school. So hip hop was a big one back in the day.
Makes sense.
And he was a big soccer player. So there was a couple, and then so he was the reason why I got into DJing. So like, so him playing around with music, I got into playing around with music. So in that era, I got a little taste of everything. But yeah, I mean, that's what I kind of listen to, you know, in terms of it. Let's see. I can't and how you say hip hop, R&B in the same category. Like back in the day, I mean, now he's a piece of shit and you know deserves where he needs to be. But R. Kelly, you remember, you know, like
I thought that was your brother. I was gonna be like, what the fuck? What's with this chain?
That artist.
Yes, R. Kelly,
that guy was huge.
Yes.
That guy was huge. And all that stuff.
Didn't really listen to him growing up.
Who else was a big one? Right? Like it was crazy. So many songs that he was part of. T-Pain at the time probably was there still. It was what, like Chris Brown, like very young Chris Brown, very young Mario, very young Sean Paul, Yin Yang Twins. You know what I mean?
I think I've heard of them.
Yin Yang Twins. They were like they were part of a lot of like booty shaking back in the day. But yeah. And then yeah, the only thing I didn't really dip into is probably rock. Maybe the MTV. I don't know if you ever saw MTV in the morning. They had like the VH1s back in the day. VH1 like top 100 or the morning songs. They would have a couple like rock bangers, you know. Mr. Brightside, The Killers.
I've heard of them. Yes.
Probably like one of the OG ones of that morning show. But yeah. That's what I kind of grew up listening to. Mostly just hip hop, old school R&B, and reggaeton.
Okay.
It wasn't so much house back in the day, so that got more as I grew up more like to high school, you know. But
makes sense.
Being junior high and like elementary, it wasn't very forced. It was very open, just because of my relatives were older than me.
Okay, makes sense.
So that was probably the only advantage. Yeah, exactly. Rather than if you have one or two kids, and you know.
Yeah,
like my brother and I older siblings would watch over me, you know. So
no, I watch over my brother. We're 2 years apart, you know. But no, since
are you the older sibling?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, something. Okay. So I didn't only just listen to like like oldie fucking love songs growing up. I kind of technically did, but in elementary school, after I moved to a new elementary school, I was part of their after school program. And whenever we would play dodgeball, they would like put music on for us to just like have background music. And also just for like the high schoolers to also just have music to listen to at the time, because these were high school volunteers. And And so what was playing was Adam Lambert for your entertainment. And literally like the subliminal messages in that whole thing is about like a gay man like having like, you know, like in like gay relationships and sex and shit like that.
I've
and like,
never heard that song.
Oh no, it's in the entire album. And I literally love that album because I literally listened to it in elementary school, and I listened to it. They played it every time I played dodgeball. We played dodgeball at least once a week, and
What's it
that
called?
like it's For Your Entertainment by Adam Lambert. There's the song For Your Entertainment and there's the whole album. And the song For Your Entertainment is a great song. So I listened to that shit in elementary school. But then as soon as I hit 5th grade, right? Or the thing is, sorry, this happened in 5th grade, 6th grade, and I became friends with this girl in 5th grade.
Adam Lambert, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Holy shit. Throwback. That was like, damn. That was straight. Like, oof. That was like, damn.
But I met this girl in elementary school. I became friends with her, and she was like a scene kid, right? She was like, she wanted to be a scene kid. She shopped at Hot Topic only.
I'm trying to find the song now. Hold on. I'm trying to find the song that I know. Hold on.
And like, so because I really wanted to be her friend, and I liked the way that she looked, and like, you know, like I felt like that she was so much prettier than me. I was like, I want to be a scene girl. That's who I'm trying to be. And then so I started listening to a lot more emo. I started listening to a lot more screamo. And then I got into Skrillex, and that's how I got into dubstep.
Emo Skrillex. Yes. Oh my god, that shit's so
exactly. Yeah. So then like my transition of like listening to emo and screamo along with listening to dubstep and like hardcore dubstep shit, and then moving that from to dubstep to techno, from techno to like nightcore / trap house, and then just like focusing on just like literally listening to like a shit ton of just EDM in like middle school.
Damn.
Yeah, I like literally like I was like, I want to go to raves. I want to learn how to shuffle. Like I want to fucking
a little
like,
shuffle phase.
I wanted to be like a cool ass scene girl.
You had
that
a nickname
just like
back in the day. Oh
no,
damn! Bring it back.
I was.
No,
that was the thing.
That was the thing
like,
over there where I was living at, having a nickname.
No, I didn't get a nickname until middle school, and it was not like related to EDM at all because I listened to. Because I listened to a lot of that at home, but then like I still listened to a lot of like other music, but I was like so stuck on Nightcore. Like I was so fucking stuck on that. Like literally, have you ever listened to like Searle, S3RL? Great artist.
Nah,
literally
I haven't said I have. I can't say I have. No.
Say I have. Okay, you for sure have. He made Pretty Wave Girl. He made Bass Slut. He made Pika Girl. He made MTC.
I don't know. These names don't ring a bell yet, but I'm getting to it right now.
Oh no, like Searle is my #1 favorite like EDM artist for sure. But he no longer goes live. He stopped going live like when I was in like early high school because he wanted to focus on his family. But if he were to ever go live, I'm going.
That's like
bro.
some hard techno.
Dude, I love that shit, bro. It literally makes me smile so much. I love it so much.
You get into it at all or not? Like that's crazy.
Searle, specifically just Searle, bro. Which song did you listen to?
Right now.
Which one?
It was hold on, let me see.
Which one did you just play? Because you gotta love a song. You gotta make sure you're playing a banger, you know?
The one you just said, Bass Slut.
Bass Slut? Oh yes.
Yeah. I was like this. I was like about to like about
to fucking muzz.
Holy shit, that's funny. God.
But then
I thought it was just regular like house.
No. I told you like I went through like different phases, but like a lot of nightcore and dubstep and techno was like early on what I like to listen to, and then I moved more into like house trap or trap house, and mainly just staying in kind of like that realm of a lot of just like drum and bass and a lot of like fucking I don't fucking know electronic noises. But then like other than listening to that, of course, I started listening to a lot of pop, rap, all this shit. In middle school, was when I found out
rap?
Eden. No, Eden is, I don't know. I played one of his songs like when we were playing Apex one time, but he's technically rock, like a little bit of rock, like rock pop.
Nope.
You don't gotta know him. He also has like a little bit of techno, and I really fell in love with his song because of remixes that I listened to. And then I moved from that to more softer music. I kind of abandoned and neglected my like EDM phase. I like no longer had dyed hair. Didn't want to be a scene girl anymore.
It was just
I abandoned that shit. It wasn't just a phase. It was just a phase because I wanted to be cool and like become friends with people. So I like left that phase. I started listening to a lot more like chill music. That's when I got into what's it called? That's when I got into rap and hip hop and a lot more pop and just like other random ass fucking music. And then as soon as I hit in like junior year, because of my boyfriend at the time, I listened to a lot more rap because he always listens to rap. And that's when I went to my first concert, which was Kendrick Lamar. If you guys
so that was a little influence for that level.
Mm-hmm. And then I'd say from like mid 2018 and on, all of the music I listened to is just like entirely up to like just like what I have just like found and like genres that I actually genuinely like. Yeah, and like it's not like influenced by other people's music genre, like, you know, taste. It's just like, oh fuck, I like this, I want to keep listening to this shit. And then so now the kind of music that I listen to no longer is EDM, no longer is rap, not really hip hop, like none of that shit no more. All I listen to is sad, depressing love songs that make me want to cry in my car. So that's Kuko, that's Joji, that's Luke Chang, that's,
oh my god, that's your vibe.
Clinton Kane, that's, you know, all this shit making you want to fucking neck yourself because you're like depressed as shit, and like, you know, because, you know, like you're never gonna find true love in the world, or like, or just like some like other just like, oh, she left you for another man, all this fucking shit. It's all just these dudes singing about heartbreak, and it's like, yes, I love this shit. So that's literally my entire like playlist. It's just back to back with like a little bit of like more upbeat songs, but it's just like most.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, that's like the evolution of the music that I listen to. How about you?
I see.
Because
from how you say, from now currently it's kind of the same. I mean,
listen
I don't
to
really
depressing ass music.
No, opposite of that shit. Opposite of that. Sorry, I didn't mean shit. I mean it in a bad way.
Wow, that's crazy.
Opposite of that stuff, more so. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. There's some sad songs that just hit on a different level. You know, it's not even a sad song. It's just more of a like, you know, like people are just telling their love story. You just kind of relate or kind of don't, you know, when then.
Yeah.
If the song sounds good, it sounds good. That's it. But other than that, I've listened to more just like, I'm a lyricist, so I like to listen to storytelling.
Bro, I was literally gonna ask you, like, when you listen to the music, do you focus mainly just like on the music, or do you like genuinely listen to the lyrics and like a song?
There's 2 points to it. There's 2 things. I can like the song for its beat,
true,
or this little snippet, or the lyric, the storytelling.
True, yeah, like it's a little bit of both. But but you know, like sometimes a song, like the first few seconds, like, oh shit, like this like beat's really nice, or like I really like the melody of this or something like that. But sometimes I'm zoning out and like I'm not paying attention to anything, and then I start focusing on the lyrics and I go, oh, what the fuck, oh my god, that's depressing. I fuck with this shit. Scary.
So you're a big Eminem fan or no?
Eminem, I used to really like listening to him. Yeah, like, like in elementary school I also had like a whole like Linkin Park phase. Like I love Linkin Park.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Yes,
oh, hell
sir.
Yeah.
Literally
Chester.
I pirated all of their music, you know.
Yes.
Like
there was this
listen to them all the time.
Some music that I liked. Yes. And then it was just hard for them to adapt it to like the newer age, because they just had so many good music from their bangers, and like it was hard, you know, to keep everything as the same.
Yeah. But, in the end, it doesn't even matter. Fucking love Linkin Park. Because Linkin Park is also depressing ass fucking music because. So I've just been listening to emo ass shit my whole life.
It brings you up though. It's supposed to inspire you.
Yeah.
Supposed to inspire you.
I listen to depressing ass music, but now at a different tempo.
What I've Done is a classic. New Divide.
New Divide, of course, is
Paper Cut, Fate. What's it called? Leave It All to Rest. I'm trying to flex. How what's it called?
Are you looking at the album right now? Because that's cheating.
No, I have my hands right here. How the heck am I looking at the album? I got my hands right here. There was this one. I think it's called.
Are you listening? Are you listing your favorites that you remember?
Yeah, the ones I can remember because I remember I would go and search them up or just to see what songs again what they played and shit.
There's In the End that I just sang, and then there's Numb, which also is one of their most popular.
Numb, oh my god, I forgot about that.
How the fuck do you forget about Numb? Exactly.
I thought I said that one. Sorry.
No. Let's see. I loved Breaking the Habit. I also loved.
Oh, you said Paper Cut. I said Fate.
The entirety of the Living Things album, I kind of listened to a lot. Castle of Glass, I really liked. Burn It Down, I really liked.
Burn It Down's great. That's a good song.
And some other emo-ish songs I listened to was of course, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. Thanks for the Memories, Fall Out Boy. Broken by Lund. I know the lyrics of that song back to back.
Fall Out Boy.
Still Into You and Ain't It Fun by Paramore.
Bleed It Out. That's the one I didn't mention.
Oh, yes. As soon as you said that. Bleed It Out. Yes, bro. As soon as you said that shit, it just automatically pressed play in my brain, bro.
Run Away. Shadow of the Day. That's the one I like too. Shadow of the Day.
I kind of remember that song.
And
I really need to listen to
Points of Authority.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
I love Linkin Park, bro.
I had a sister that was into punk rock at the time, so I don't know what, but it's very old punk rock. It's it's Green Day, it's Fall Out Boy, it's
Paramore,
Blink-182.
Blink-182.
Yeah, I had sisters that were into the NSYNC too, so
NSYNC. Oh my god, speaking of NSYNC, I completely forgot to bring this up. I also grew up with Backstreet Boys, and I wasn't even alive when they were dropping albums.
What songs they make? Yeah,
everybody, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's them. Yeah. Exactly.
My cousin gifted me a Backstreet Boys CD, and I listened to that shit on my CD Walkman every single day. I didn't really give a shit about them. I just like listening to music. And
One Direction over all those guys.
Oh, bro, I don't even know. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
Just kidding, bro.
But
Big Time Rush.
Literally, I listened to the entirety of the Backstreet Boys album that came out in 1996. Which was, if I can scroll any faster, it is specifically the Backstreet Boys album. Lamau. This came out. Yeah, this came out in 1996, and that's the album that he gave me. I did not listen to Millennium. Everyone loves the album Millennium. I didn't grow up with that. I grew up with the original Backstreet Boys album, their debut album or whatever the fuck. And that shit was fire. There's Everybody. I Want It That Way. As Long as You Love Me. Quit Playing Games with My Heart.
I Want It That Way was an OG one.
I want it. That's not OG, bro. That came after the album I listened to. That just is the most popular song.
That's OG. So damn.
Bro. No, OG is Everybody. OG is Hey Mr. DJ, bro. Oh my god, Hey Mr. DJ is my fucking favorite song on that album. But yeah, no, I used to listen to oldies. What I'm saying is I fuck with the old shit.
When you say oldies, when you say oldies, I think old oldies
Oh no. Yes, I fuck with the 90s, and then I also fuck with the 70s, the 80s.
Loves a woman. That type of music.
Yeah, the shit that my dad used to listen to was the shit that I would listen to. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
So don't worry about that.
It's because it's weird that that you're saying oldies and that music because it's not that old. Maybe it is,
Okay.
but still don't
Okay.
call it that.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
stop trying to make
90s
us feel
is
like we're dinosaurs.
technically, you are a motherfucking dinosaur. You're 5 years older, bro.
You're a dinosaur too.
I'm a dinosaur. I'm only
You're just
born
up there
in
too.
2000. No, dude, you're like 5 years older than me. That's like 5 years. Like, that's already like 50 plus, bro. Like, what you mean?
No way, it's not. It's you act like that's halfway of a decade. If it was like 7, yes, because that's like borderline.
Borderline
We're
what?
we're still in the same generation. What the fuck?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you talking
We're,
about?
we're still in the same decade.
Yes. No. Ish. Kind of. Yes.
Yeah, what do you
But
mean?
but I'm Gen Z. You're not.
Are you? Nah.
You're not. Gen Z starts 97, I think. 96, 97.
Mm.
You're
Exactly. I'm
technically
a
a
hybrid.
millennial.
I'm a
No, you're
hybrid. I'm a
technically a
hybrid. I'm a
millennial.
hybrid. I'm a hybrid. Who makes these rules, huh?
I don't know. Some fucking old people that fucking do it. I don't know, man. Like the fuck.
Nah, nah, nah.
But okay, but continue. What other music did you like? What other? How else has your music genre taste kind of developed over the years?
Well, it's just been more to house now music, more dance music now. I've been doing
Mm-hmm.
it's more dance. Just because trying to get into that dance genre as a DJ, and then obviously trying to make some Spanish music, with it as well. So it's always a
Mm-hmm.
challenge, but I like pushing the boundaries, so it's always cool. It's always cool when you find something new or find something, creative in your own way, and then you use it to your advantage.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in terms of just casually listening to music, yeah, I have these websites where they're kind of like pulled in to kind of show you like the best tracks coming out or something, or very
Mm.
well played. Yeah, it's not like Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that. It's more like it's more expensive. Yeah,
Expensive.
yeah, because you use
Gross.
it you use it to DJ. You stream the music.
Oh.
Like you can
Okay.
buy the music if you want. You know what I mean? But I'm not
Oh
at that
yeah.
level yet. I
Mm.
own music, but it's not like it's not a lot. Because damn.
Of course, buying royalties is expensive.
No, it's not just buying the royalty. It's more like, okay, you pay $2 for a track,
Mm.
right? And then that's just one track. So it's like, okay, you trying to, how much music do you want? So,
Mm.
you know.
Okay, well, like let's talk a little more about like how you got into DJing. You said like your brother got you into it, but like how specifically?
Or just being around him, obviously. He would practice in the room and stuff, and then I'd be there. Or he'd play music and I'd be there. And he would obviously show me because he's the big brother.
So then
But
your brother started DJing
yeah, yeah,
ish.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
was he was the bigger scene. He was the one who, got me able to like perform and all that stuff and help me out whenever
Mm.
I needed help and all that stuff. So it was cool kind of being behind him because he's met a lot of people. He's met some famous DJs, he's met some famous artists. He's been around that. So he's always just told me, he's like, yeah, just be humble and all that stuff and just know that you can, capable of going places and stuff and all that stuff. So
Mm.
and he showed me like firsthand because he's DJ with the packed crowd and everything and multiple like his own thing for music is just crazy. And yeah,
Mm.
his catalog is way huger than mine, so it's kind of like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a lot of music compared to me because it's like, crazy. Classic. Can you be the trendy DJ? Can you bring those jams that nobody's heard in a while, but everybody knows, but it's all
Mm.
about, implementing it at the right time and all that stuff. And so much
Hello
stuff
fucking
goes
work.
into it. Yeah,
So much
exactly.
work.
Yeah, and I've had my trials and errors, so but it's definitely fun though when you get the party going and fucking everybody's
Mm.
head popping or dancing. Definitely fun, good reaction. So obviously sucks when you don't get a reaction, but you gotta just
They're
shake it
like,
off and just kind of
"Whoa, get off the
yeah, you
stage!
know what I mean. You just
You
gotta shake it
fucking
off and just
suck,
keep going.
Max."
But there's always one thing I always think about is that as long as you show that you're enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
that's very contagious to other people. Seeing you
Mm.
enjoy your mix or that what you're mixing, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like there's a lot of DJs that are just stiff and don't dance with their music. And don't get me wrong, you're supposed to be focused, but if you're prepared and know what you're gonna do already beforehand, like you can definitely dance and enjoy the music. You know,
Mm.
I like really into a way of like, oh damn, this is like, I'm here to dance with y'all and play this music. That's my vibe though. That's me. Like I like to
Okay,
do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
like
know, like
like
I
if
may
like
be getting paid, but like I'm still gonna fuck around and
I'm
dance
joining in
and
the
fuck this shit
wave,
up.
fucking,
Yeah.
fucking up in there.
Okay.
That's cool.
And do you plan on like making your own music at any time, or are you just gonna stick to DJing?
No, yeah, that is the goal. I already kind of always start fucking around. It's more just about patience and just kind of trial and error and just learning every day something new. Um, it's not just about just learning it and then just rushing it and then thinking like, okay, this is a full track. This is a produced track. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that. This is a sample. This is just a draft. This is not even a track. This is not even close to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got to be humble. You got to make sure that because that's the thing. You burn yourself out too much if you don't collect a lot. If you don't.
Okay, yeah,
But then
true.
if you don't, but if you never apply it as well, you can always like they can always backfire too. You can't wait on it too long. You got to make sure you apply it. You know. So other
I
than
mean,
that,
yeah.
yeah, it's more just about that. So there's a lot of things I'm working on right now. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. It's kind of motivating.
Wow.
And it's just kind of like just reminding myself that like, okay, you got this down. Try to get another one real quick. You know what I mean? Try to make it like it's because sometimes I feel like when I post something or when I do something, it's like, all right, that's cool. Boom, done. I take a little break and I'm gonna go do something real quick and I do something else, then focus on something else. Like, nah, let me get another one first. Okay, let me get this one first. Let me prepare this one. And then I can have one, to schedule to release on one day, and then another day, and then another day. Because say if I do get the attention that I want out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Pray to
Mm-hmm.
God. And they're like, oh, we want more. We
Yeah.
want like what if you don't have it, You're missing the
True.
opportunity of your
I
little
guess I feel little
your
like
little
hype
flow
and shit.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. You just never know. That's just how it works nowadays. I mean, now in this trend in social media, you know, um,
Everything is so fast.
new, yeah, new
Memes die so
refreshing.
quickly.
Exactly. Exactly. Memes die very quickly. Everyone's trying to be trendy
Yeah.
rather than
Authentic.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I feel like social media should work as a job, as in where you're not trying to be the trend. You're just trying to be you and like your whatever you're trying to like. I don't know. I feel like always trying to be the trend is kind of kills your company sometimes, unless you're an actual like individual thing. As a company standpoint, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. It goes to trends rather than like, oh, this is what we do. This is what we are. This is like, that's what we're gonna stick to.
Hmm.
We're not trying to go on a trend or nothing like this. Like we'll improve on what we want to improve. Does that make sense? That makes sense or no?
Yeah. I mean,
Like with
like,
music, you don't want to just hop on a trend and you know, I don't know.
true. Yeah, you
Even
gotta
though
make
people
like
do
what.
it still,
Yeah.
but people that last longer are the ones that are just like coming out of nowhere and that has so much music like behind them and you're barely listening to them now. Rather than like,
True.
oh, this guy has like one song.
Like one hit wonders and shit.
Like yeah, go to
Like
he's like maybe had 5 songs and one of them was like the poppin' and then
like
and then
the guy that made Trap Queen that popped off when I was in high school.
Fetty Wap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's him.
He made
That's
one bop
he's in jail now for like a lot of shit.
oh no
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
And I got the
But
soda.
yeah, and his song still and that music still is A1 to this day.
Yeah, High School Music fire. Music in my high
Hmm.
school when you were in college, out of college, graduated, old man vibes, yeah. Yes, sir.
Graduating old vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Such a hater.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Such a hater.
I'm not trying to eat it fast, the fuck?
But yeah, house music is probably where I would want to do if I'm making music. Very hard though. Because feel like, yeah, obviously you want to make like an album, a house album. So
Okay.
fucking hard to do. It's so hard to
Uh-huh.
make a house album, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 tracks, 6 tracks, but I want them to be fucking good and different. I don't want them any of them to sound the same, you know. But I want them all to be dance like vibes, you know. So it's
Okay.
just hard.
So
Sorry.
for someone like me that has trouble differentiating per name the different unses, how would you describe houses uns? You know, how would you describe houses specific uns?
Well, they all came as like it was getting popular because people made different beats, and some beats were just different. Some beats didn't sound like other beats, so they had to categorize them, you know.
Yeah, and so how would you categorize and how would you explain
Well,
house to
depending
someone that's
on the
never
person.
listened to any uns?
So some of them kind of have the name of it. So like just regular house music would be like very not super fist, not very high tempo like techno like it's more chill, more boppy you know, house.
Okay.
And then there's deep house where it's very bassy and like fist pump, like boom 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 boom
Okay.
boom, but like it's very deep, like the bass is just more it's more exaggerated than it
But
needs
it's
to
still
be.
like a slow tempo because it's house.
Yeah, it's a left to right tempo for sure. um but that doesn't mean like there has to be a certain speed for it. It's just more of the sound of how it is. But there's, you know, obviously techno fast. There is like bass house kind of the same way. There's big room as well. It's called big room. So big room is kind of like
a big room.
no, big room house is more of like anthems, more when I say big rooms, like it's very exclusive. It's like very not exclusive, sorry. It's very like drums that are very echoey, um, very like epic and very like grabbing attention noise to like just echo and just be very loud, and but you're kind of jumping to it, and it's more of like an alarm type of way, like, and yeah, like it's like alarms going off, like sirens going off, but you're jumping with it, and very like anthemy, very like it goes with your soul. It's very
soul. Damn.
Like it's, yeah, because it's like it's very energy giving, big room, because whether it's the chorus of it that just drives you or something, but it's very like it's very forced high energy like music of big room, you know, because it's very bassy. Like it's like if I showed you it, you can probably tell the difference of what I mean.
Probably. But
yeah.
So what subgenre of house are you going to be making then?
Well, that's the thing. You can kind of dip into anything because you're not categorized. So the house that you have listened to is probably progressive house, and just electro house, and then just kind of like it's not. I mean, I guess you would say just pop house type of vibe because you know David Guetta, Afrojack, they're like pop house type of ish. They're kind of house, not really. They're electro house now. That's what they did back in the day, electro house. Songs like Levels, you know, Levels by Avicii. Yes or no?
I think so. I haven't listened to him since he died.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. But like, but it's like the original. That's progressive. Calvin Harris, Awuga, you know, a
just
lot of like
basically
that's an
all of
example.
the EDM that's being put on the radio right now is probably
no, because no, because a lot of those guys are just because progressive house was different back then. Progressive house was like there was like a build up. You know, like it was like a build up, and it brought like it was more of a positive, you know, type of sound.
Yeah.
So you always felt good hearing it, and it was always an upright, you know, type of vibe. But progressive house would always like kind of have a build up, and you would kind of like, you know, it would kind of be a lot of teases.
So that's why it's called progressive, because it's like the music is progressively changing higher to higher beat.
That's how they kind of say it in a way. Yeah.
Big brain shit out here, bro. I'm smart as fuck.
Yes, exactly. There's just so
Okay, so
many.
then what have you tried making out of the house categories?
I used to try to make Big Room. I used to try to do, yeah, probably Big Room was back in the day, the thing I used to make. Back when Animals came out by Martin Garrix, Dimitri
Yes.
Vegas, Dimitri Vegas and like Mike Spaceman, Swedish House Mafia, Save the
Mm.
World, like all that. Like, and those are kind of more progressive house, like what's it called? Who's Gonna Save the World? Greyhound. What was another banger that they have? Um, uh, One, I Want to Know Your Name. That was a great song. I have a song like that coming out soon.
Okay.
Not you're coming out soon, but I'm just gonna put it out there, see if I can get some clicks and some downloads and stuff. But yeah, hopefully
Okay.
get people. Well, that's the thing though. When you put stuff out, you kind of want other DJs to play it. So if it somehow hits a fucking DJ up there, then it hits a DJ up there.
True.
You know.
True. You're just trying to get clicks, and then people don't gotta know your name, but they just gotta know it, and then they're gonna ask, "Hey, who's making this?"
Yeah,
And they're gonna find you, and like I
well,
saw the other
exactly. I'm
music
not.
you making, and just
I'm just trying to explore my sound because it's all about reading the crowd, if that makes sense. More about
makes
like
sense. Yeah.
um 'cause that's the thing though. Like I can do any genre of music as long as the crowd is feeling it. If that makes sense.
True.
Like say if like I do a show right and the crowd is like buying tickets to see me because I'm doing the show, I would feel comfortable playing anything because whether it's hip hop, like straight hip hop, or just this, because they know that it's like okay, let's see what he's got. What is he gonna do? What's like why is he, like they're there to kind of see the creative mind rather than like oh we're going to this club because this club is always like popping and all this and that. You know
They
what I
got some
mean?
cute ass bitches. They got
Yeah, or
fucking
some
thick
shit. It's like a special
Latinas.
night. It's like now
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pay $50 tickets to get in here and all this shit, and people actually
Mm.
pay to come see you. It's like hell yeah, you definitely play whatever the fuck you want. I wouldn't feel scared like doing that because those are the situations where it's like yes, fuck yeah. I hated the situations of like the club DJs of like you had to cater to the person being either before you or after you in a way of like
Um.
you had to either DJ for free, not DJ for free necessarily, but like DJ like the shitty hours, and
DJ.
you
Yeah.
know what
For
I
like not that
mean,
much
like just
money. Yeah.
yeah, and not get and don't and no, don't get me wrong, you got to start somewhere, but know your
Of
fucking
course.
worth and experience. You know what I mean? But that
Mm-hmm.
should probably be maybe like you should maybe doing like maybe five shows of like just little intros to prove your worth. And literally, if it takes longer than that to kind of prove to the promoter, like, yo, I'm trying to like get people in here with the music that I played just by, you know what I mean? Like, can you see that that's what I'm trying to do? If not, then I'll just move on to a different area. But that's what I like about
Mm.
house music and about venues, about the house more vibe because they're always looking for like, where the beats
Uns
being
people.
played. Yeah, rather than where the bitch is at type of vibe.
I
That makes
guess.
sense. That makes sense
True.
rather than like a
Like,
club.
I
A
went
club
to a
that's all about
club.
hip hop top 40 than like an ED and like a house club.
I went to a club that only played 90s music. Like 90s hip
Yeah,
hop rap. Like only 90s hip hop
yeah,
rap.
yeah, 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 yeah. I've been
Like
to one of
music
those.
I didn't listen to.
Yeah.
Did not grow up with. Don't know what is going on. And I was like, I want to leave. Can you please play Doja Cat so I can pop my pussy? No? Okay, I want to leave. Everybody I was with, they were fine with the place. I was like, fuck this shit,
You know
bro.
what's
I don't want
crazy?
to be
You
here.
don't even hear that much Doja Cat in the club as much.
I know.
Um,
It sucks.
it's
She
and
makes such good
it's
pussy popping music.
and that's the hard part though of how do you mix it in and how long
You
do you
just
keep it
play.
for? Well,
Just
no, I
play
know,
pussy popping
but
music, bro.
people get fucking scared. People get scared. DJs get scared. They don't like testing the waters. They don't like doing this. They don't want to seem like, oh, why the fuck is he playing this music?
I know.
Rather
It's
than
so
like
dumb.
watch, you never know. Yeah, it's and then sometimes if the music's not out there, you got to make it yourself. Like if you can't find a remix or a little edit that would go cool, in the club, you got to
Mm.
do it yourself. You got to make it. So then when you get that chance to play it, boom, you pop that shit out. Everyone's like, okay, okay.
Because then,
Little
like, it's
Doja,
like your stuff that you made and stuff and all that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like
Little Doja
new.
Cat came through.
Uh
Yes,
huh.
exactly.
Okay. Makes sense.
I know exactly what you mean. That you did not know what the function was popping at over here.
Yeah, no, it was mid, bro. But like, I've watched videos of like people making music using like FL Studio, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, exactly. FL Studio is a good. That's the one I use. FL Studio.
And I feel like if I just randomly drag shit everywhere, maybe I can make something. I feel like if I just
How
play
about just having an
with
ear, having the idea, and just making sure you flow, and then
I don't have an idea in my head.
music,
It's just
some
I want
music
to
theory.
I just want to draw like a penis and like see what like sound it makes or something like that. You know, like like you draw like pixel art penis. And you change the tempo and then the instrument that it's playing, and then like you just let it play and it goes, some fucking dumbass fucking noise because it's following a penis.
That's your joy, huh? That's your funniness. I'm just kidding. That's your humor. That's your dark humor.
I just want to fuck around with it, and just like see what happens.
Have you installed it and tried it?
Nope.
It's free. You should do it.
Is it actually free? I thought you had to pay for it.
You can try it for free. You can try it for free. There's a demo and everything.
So you can demo your little pixels. True. I can just demo
don't say that. They're
penis.
listening. The government's listening.
Oh, fuck you, right. I'm gonna legally acquire this software.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Big exactly.
Exactly. Big brain it.
Yeah, no, I think like music has always been like there, my escape, and also the reason why my eardrums are fucking dying. I used to listen to like hardcore like dubstep with like my volume maxed out, that my parents would be screaming at me, and like they'd be like run into my room, bang on the door, still can't hear them, have to fucking have them wave their hands in front of my face so I can like know that they're there, because I just literally be listening to just a lot of like it's like all just like in my ear. I can't hear shit, and I'm just like vibing playing Minecraft. I'm playing the most just like chill fucking game with the most just like
I was the same
nasty music in my ears, bro.
Volume blasting, they'd be like, God, are you having a party? I'm like, yeah.
But I don't listen to that anymore. Like the only music that I do truly listen to that's EDM is just Searle. Like whenever Searle releases something new, I listen to it. Like that's it. I don't really listen to anything else. And also because like so many fucking EDM artists,
you don't have to be into it.
No, I know, but like there are so many EDM artists that like a little bit later you find out like, oh, they sexually harassed this person, or like, like, oh, you gotta cancel them because of this, and then people still listen to them because they still have a large following, they still got money to be able to do whatever. So it's like, I'm just gonna play it safe. Searle has been in the game for like 20 plus fucking years, not a single complaint. I'm chilling, I'm safe, I'm happy with what I'm listening to right now, like it's fine. And also because like a lot of the music that drops with the really popular people like Seven Lions, or like, I don't know, other people, I forget their names of people, Millennium or whatever, like a lot of it is super poppy, and I don't fuck with that shit. That's why I say I don't like EDM, because so much of it is poppy, like so poppy now, like that you literally hear it on the radio. Yeah, EDM now, what people consider EDM now, like yes, people go to like EDM festivals and like they are able to like hear the different types, but like the ones that are popping and popular and that everybody knows EDM as now is like the super poppy, you hear it on the radio, like it's like half singing, half beats, but like a lot of beats, but mainly all like a ton of like auto-tune singing, like.
I guess. I feel like you listen to the house here, but the house here is just different than the house over around the world. That makes sense?
I guess.
Yeah. It's different now. There's so much music now.
Well, yeah, of course. Like the stuff I used to listen to in middle school, the EDM I used to listen to back then is the music I want to listen to now if I was to listen to EDM. Like
there's a lot of good songs. There's a lot of good
minimal
house
words,
songs, for sure.
Lots of fucking some words, but just like big blow out my eardrums, blow out my back, fucking unces, That's the shit crazy. That I want to listen to. And Searle does that shit.
That's good. I like how you have your genre, and that works for you. But yeah, I mean, EDM isn't I mean, house is in a good place. It just feels like it's a
good starting place.
Well, I mean, it's just transitioning differently. Everything's different now. A lot of the people that were ambassadors, a lot of people that started house music are now just getting older. So they're now like I don't. They're staying the same ways and the same sound, but some of them are kind of adapting and like kind of bringing back old songs that I personally think shouldn't be touched, but it's whatever's. They like to.
Like
They want to
a
pay the rights
new
for it.
remix or like adding like a new pop singer
a
on something
sample.
old. Oh my god, yeah, no, fuck that shit, bro.
It's not. I mean, it's just like not that. Leave it. I liked you when you made your own bangers. But yeah.
Yeah, like Searle has like a lot of like people like remix his like bangers and stuff. And I don't recognize their names, but I'm also not part of like the EDM scene in the first place. But they don't seem like big people. Yeah. They could be big people, but I don't fucking know. But he like has a lot of people just like remixing his old shit, but it's not like him doing it. It's just like him saying like, yeah, no, you can go ahead and remix this shit.
Yeah.
So like, I still fuck with it. But no, yeah, if you were to just like
a lot of views.
Searle, yes. Oh my god. He's just so good. MTC stands for Masturbate to Cartoons. And it's great. I love it. Masturbate to Cartoons. Literally anything that Searle drops is so fucking good. Like literally, when I found Searle again, like 3 years ago, because I completely forgot that he existed, I listened to it.
This is like a decade ago too.
Yes. I literally listened to it with like the biggest smile on my head banging, headphones to the max, vibing, literally like screaming. Like there are times that I'm driving like an hour home listening to only Searle and I am headbanging in traffic and I'm like almost crashing, but I don't care because I'm headbanging to this like fire music, Like, it's great.
Chill. Don't play with your life like that.
Hey, bro, if I'm gonna die to Searle, might as well, bro. That shit high tempo. I'm gonna be driving high tempo. I'm gonna go to heaven high tempo. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Drive fast and eat ass. That's what you gotta do.
See, you know the lingo.
Exactly. But is there anything else that you would like to add?
I mean, other than that, who are you? I mean, you're trying to see Doja. Who else are you trying to see for?
This year,
this year, this year.
I don't know. I don't know, but like this year specifically, I am seeing Doja Cat in October, and then I'm seeing Arctic Monkeys in November.
Nice. So you got something at least dialed in to look in for?
Yes, in the fall. All the way in the fall. Ain't got nothing going on right now. Other than Max going live again next month with Big Time Rush. And me wanting to go see me wanting to see Max again. But like it'll be my third time seeing Max, but like who the fuck am I gonna take this time? Because I've been going with my boyfriend. Big Time Rush? Yeah. Because Big Time Rush was on Big Time Rush and Max, the artists, they all were on Nickelodeon. They all were like kid stars. And now like they're like, big boy stars. Max is opening for Big Time Rush. But I've seen Max solo twice so far.
Max and Jax?
No, Max Schneider.
Oh, never mind. Max. I got it wrong.
What the fuck? Max Schneider, dude.
Oh, I see.
So like I might want to see him again, but like Tristan's probably not gonna go because it's like on like a weekday. And I might go. I'll just take the day off to go. But I don't really give a fuck about Big Time Rush like that, Like I'm not about to go to a concert just to see Max and then dip halfway through the concert because Max isn't on the stage anymore.
It's all good.
Because I'm only gonna go there for him because I don't really give a fuck about Big Time Rush. Like I watched them growing up, yeah, but like
no, it's not
like that. Yeah, like not like that, bro. Like the fuck. Like I know like 2 songs.
You're not a fan? Come on.
I know 2 songs of theirs. Like that's it.
Big time.
Yeah, I just know like their theme song, and then I know boyfriend, fucking that one song. That's it.
That song with Snoop Dogg.
That's all I got, bro. So like I don't know, But
has it hit the hour already? Damn.
It has already hit the hour, yes. But did you want to quickly kind of go into who you have
want to see?
Or yeah, like who you want to see?
I do want to see a little bit more hip hop artists if I get the chance. I've seen a couple handful of DJs, so it's not. I feel like I'll get the time for that and a little bit more time. But I do want to see G-Eazy again. I'd love to see Logic. Obviously Kendrick Lamar just finished like coming off a tour, so I don't know when I'll be able to see him again.
Oh, I saw Kendrick Lamar in 2016 during his damn tour.
It had to be a yeah, it had to be like a festival or something, but he'd be him. J. Cole as well. But I mean, in terms of hip hop festivals, I don't really have one to go to or like look forward to right now. But I mean, fuck, we'll see. Maybe Rolling Loud. I don't know.
Yeah, I was taking a look at that. I was taking a look at Rolling Loud. Isn't Rolling Loud like in SF?
There's a lot of different ones, so exactly. They always change the cities to prior,
there's I think one in SF, and Kuko's gonna be live on one of the days, and like some other people.
I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of good vibes. So I'm just trying to see what's
but like I ain't about to fucking drop like $300 fucking to like have to waste 3 fucking days to go see people and like overspend on alcohol and all this shit. And like,
and it's brutal. You fighting for your position.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit, bro. Like that's just like too much fucking work. Hell no, bro. Like,
perfect. No, but other than that, yeah, just more hip hop. And then obviously there's what's it called? Some reggae bands that are cool. Yeah, I might do something small.
Makes sense.
So yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah,
since right now all I listen to is like indie bedroom pop. That's all I listen to. I want to go to more indie bedroom pop artists, like concerts. But the thing is,
there's any like huge ones that go like on tour like that?
Well, like Kuko, most recently. Like beat a booty, beat a doobie. That one artist that has a fucking whack ass fucking name. She went on tour.
She went on tour. Yeah, like how you said that with the whack ass name.
Bro, her beat a doobie. Fucking some fucking shit like that. Like some other artists I've like that have gone on tour and stuff like that. But it's like I don't listen to something like that, and also it's just like, man, I don't really care. I really want to go to like a concert that I've never heard their music to. I like, you know, like I want to go to a concert super small, never heard their music before. Go there to support, get a small ass crowd, and just like learn new music and shit like that.
Sometimes the small crowds are pretty good because you can just vibe with the artist a little bit better.
Yeah, like the most recent concert I went to, which was Ted Park, like the concert was maximum, like it was like max 50 people, like not that many people at all. And he literally like jumped off the stage. He got twerked on.
That's funny. That's sick.
He like there were not that many people. He like had an after party that like almost everybody went to because there was not that many people. So like 35 people that fucking, that was a classroom's worth of people watching the show. It was a classroom's worth of people in that apartment that like fucking party, bro. Like it wasn't that many people. But it was fun and it was a vibe, and like he, because he's still like so small, he's still like really like community based and stuff like that. So like he still has like his DMs open.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, super cool.
It means he can read your message if you reach out.
Yeah. Like he literally has responded to me and shit like that, and like it's a vibe, you know. But
it is a vibe.
Music is great. Music is fun.
Yes, it is. Yes, and we still have a lot to learn as we keep finding out new music and new, you know, new genres that come out. Yeah, some new genres, new artists that come out. So obviously 1 hour does not justify it, but I'm glad that we're able to chop it up like that.
Yeah, you know, covered a good amount of topics, a good amount of different artists, had some throwbacks, you know, reminded Max of Adam Lambert. I reminded him of some Linkin Park songs.
Nah, it was more. I'm interested in finding people's, like, you know, what's their music catalog, what was their thing, what was their genre, what was their, you know, were they open to anything, or were they just selected to some, you know, some types of music only,
like, you know, Swifties for life. Swifties for life.
It'd be like that. People be like that. People be having a good following like that. People be touching people's hearts like that with their music. So yeah. It's cool. That's cool.
No, for me, cool. I'd be homie hopping all over the place for different kind of music, you know, like. Like
see,
I
I
listen
see.
to like a shit ton of different genres, constantly changing. But it's just
Oh
like,
no, same way, same way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but in like the last 3-4 years, it's been the same. It's just been bedroom pop through and through. It's the shit that's getting me through hella shit. It's the stuff that reminds me of summer. It's the stuff that reminds me of freedom. It reminds me of
Yes,
when I
exactly.
was happy before in my previous life, and you know that's the shit, you know. But now bedroom pop's like a whole different thing. It's just listening to the lyrics and like, damn, this shit depressing as fuck, and then crying.
Some are, yeah.
But this is a good place to end the podcast. We went over a good amount of topics, got to know Max a little bit more, spoke a little bit more about music, and still differentiated it a
The
lot
first
from
of
the
many.
previous episode. First of many, yes. Um, but thank you guys for listening or for watching. If you guys are watching on YouTube, check out Max on Twitch at Mvximo3, right? That is your Twitch
Yeah,
handle
it's
as well,
perfect. You
right?
said it perfect.
Or Maximo3, but the A is upside down. Um, check him out on Twitch. Streams once in a while. Streams mainly Apex. You know, he's better than me.
Hmm?
He hit masters and shit like that. I obviously don't. My KD's trash. But if you guys want to see
Okay.
some better Apex gameplay, check out Max. If you guys want to see some shitty ass Apex gameplay, check out me.
Yeah, I'll be back on there
Yeah.
hopefully on Twitch soon. So getting all that going.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, YouTube, same way, same name.
Yeah. Check him out on his socials. I don't know how to find his music. How do you find your music that you have already
Well,
previously dropped?
there is a website. Well, no, well, the website that I used to put my music on, kind of like, they kind of had like a copyright lawsuit, so they kind of like disbanded. So after that, I just kind of kept it to myself because
Ah.
whenever I try to upload and share to kind of have like a portal for someone to download it, copyrights just all over the ass about it. So it's just a
So
little
you can't
headache.
do it
You just
on
got
on SoundCloud and shit.
no, well, because if I'm no, obviously if I make more music, yes. But say if I'm remixing, do a little edit or mashup, you just kind of have to cross your fingers that they don't take it as copyright, if that makes sense. Obviously when
Mm.
you don't own the rights to the song, you just own the rights to the idea. And some occasions they're cool with it, like YouTube. Sometimes they're cool with it, sometimes they're not. It all depends on the record
Uh-huh.
company on how strict they are with their music.
Well, I mean, it
There's
doesn't
some
really
comp
matter. Like, they're just
There
gonna get
does because
monetization from it.
there's some that just don't allow it to be shared that they like it'll be muted. Yeah. There's
I
some songs by record
see.
companies that they just don't allow them to be redistributed by anybody, and it's completely muted or strike down because YouTube processes it and like analyzes it.
Okay, I see. I see. But check him out at Mvximo3. Of course, check me out at all socials at
Check it out.
Teonalamb. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to, and you guys are watching on YouTube, definitely leave some comments on who you guys listen to, who your favorite artists are, answer any of the questions that we asked here in the podcast, and just hang out with us. Join my Discord and hang out with us there. But I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time is for you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, bye, bye. Gotta say bye. You always have to say bye.
Bye. I'm sorry, but it was nice seeing you guys. Talk to you guys again because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.